As you can see, we are in Mwea in Kirinyaga County, Kenya, East Africa. A county, especially in Mwea here, that grows rice. And this rice is actually dried in open space where you see chicken and stones and dust. And it takes longer days to dry. But this results to food harvest losses and food waste, which as a result of that is not only contributing to hunger, but driving food insecurity and unemployment, as well as reducing opportunities for mothers who depend on this, not just for their livelihood, but also to generate opportunities and create wealth. But what needs to be done is that instead of drying this in open space like this, where you can have dust that contaminates this, compromising the quality of this rice that is dried in open space and depending on the sun, there needs to be an alternative. And that alternative is a solar dryer that can enhance the quality and at the same time also reduces the time in which it takes to dry. And that is why we're here today, to engage the farmers, to engage those community men and women, to explain to them exactly the solution that is needed to be able to enhance the quality of the biggest produce that they produce here, rice, and also shorten the time in which they use to dry without compromising the quality. And in a moment, we'll be explaining to you and showing you what brought us here, a climate action solution. What we can be able to seize the opportunity under the changing climate, but at the same time, climate action provides an investment opportunity for young people to start engaging and turning the challenges into opportunities.
So if there is no sun and it has not been dried from the word go after harvesting, then it's going to spoil and they'll have to throw it. But as long as it has been put outside to lose that moisture, then it means that it's not going to spoil. So if the weathers are not that good, it's going to take a lot of time for it to dry.
And so that means they lose money because of the drying issue.
I'm Agnes Murithi. I do business. I buy rice, I dry, and later I mill and sell to my customers. So I'm saying this, in life we have got a number of challenges. But as we go on in the business, we learn how to tackle the challenges. Like now, you people, you have come up very well. That is the challenge about the weather and our rice getting destroyed when there is a lot of rain. You've come up with a very good idea of the solar drying, because initially we used just to pour our rice in the loom, waiting it to dry. Right. But instead of drying, the rice could get the aflatoxin. Now you see that the farmers will come by buying the machine, the solar machine, and they'll keep in their homes, such that when it is damp, they can just put their rice in the dryer and it will dry. In fact, it will help a lot to our farmers. As to the buyers, will be in a better place, because Agnes, I feel that my rice will not get destroyed. Correct. So I'll come for the machine and I'll be drying my machine, while others are complaining that the rice is getting destroyed. Agnes will be okay.
can already feel.
Yes.
You can already feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yet when you go out, it doesn't feel hot.
Absolutely.
So that one tells you that instead of spending a whole day drying their rice, they may probably take a max of about 3 hours. All factors constant. The hygiene.
Yeah.
Because
you can see here, we can even see insects.
Yes,
already.
Exactly. So when you put it inside here, there is minimal risk of contamination. Actually, zero risk of contamination.
Yes.
And this structure has been built as a food structure. It's aluminium. Aluminium here. You have UV treated paper.
Yes.
UV treated paper has two functions. One, to preserve the taste, color, and scent of the food. It doesn't degrade because the UV rays are kept away. They're the ones that cause food degradation. It preserves the paper, the UV treatment, because if you use only the ordinary paper, it's gonna wear out very fast.
Right.
This can last for the next 4 years. They can use it for the next 4 years.
Getting very hot inside, right?
It's very, very hot. Exactly.
Yes.
You know, that's what they need to experience. And then we have the net, also UV treated.
Which means flies cannot come inside and other
Exactly.
things.
Yes, and also keeps the rice from falling off. And we also have the black polythene that you're stepping on. It's also UV treated. Ensures that the heat is retained inside. That's why it's black.
Right.
Yes.
Well, this is excellent. So the community can be able to use this to dry their rice, and they can do it in a way that as they dry their rice, it's quicker. So it even means that they turn over to marketing it to the buyers.
And it's hygienic.
And it's hygienic.
Precisely.
So it's good for health.
Yes.
Yeah. The last question is, so it's not only rice that can be dried here, is that correct?
No, food dryers are used for everything. You can
So
dry
cassava
meat,
can also be dried
cassava,
here?
maize,
And fruits, and
fruits, yes.
that is great.
Yeah, moringa.
And even vegetables.
We are doing this even for moringa farmers. Farmers are using this to dry moringa
Right.
in Narok.
And so if you were to talk to youth, how is this useful for youth? They will say, well, it's good for mama bogas to dry their things there. They don't see any value for this.
No,
So what would you
if
tell
a
them
youth
about it?
group would come up with something like this, they can be leasing it out.
Yes.
They can make one, and they can use it to lease out so that they have one constructed here. Someone who wants to dry their rice can come, and for a small fee, they have their rice dried up in just a couple of hours. And that way they're able to make some money.
And then they're solving a problem of food insecurity.
Yes.
So this is actually a solution not just for the rice farmer but also for the youth, which they can use to make money.
Yes.
Excellent.
And in future we can train them even how to construct them.
Yes.
So that we supply them with the material,
Yes.
and the youth are able to construct them locally.
That would be
that's
amazing.
another way.
So what is going to happen is that once you put it here in the dryer, you just leave it. So the labor, in terms of labor, they used to turn their rice when they are drying from outside. So that has been reduced because once you put it in the dryer, then that's it, you leave it to dry. And it takes shorter time, it takes a few hours to dry, opposed to putting it outside in the sun. It will take a day, so here it will take a few hours. And from a hygiene perspective, the wind, there is dust, there is stones, there is birds. So that is reduced because once you put it in the dryer, there is no dirt, there is no dust, and then the heat comes from both sides, from down and from side. So it takes really short time to dry. So meaning that you can do everything in terms of effectiveness. It works very well. It does not need electricity. So it's a very good dryer that can help. And opposed to rice, you can also dry other products with the same dryer as well. Yes.
The rice we receive at the milling factory is not of the best quality. Part of it is full of dust, it has a lot of sand, there are animal soilings on it. So we'd prefer rice that is clear, well dried. The one we receive is not the best dried. So we'd prefer rice that is clean, well dried, and it will take us shorter time to process and to clean and to get the best quality out of it. So this project, as I've heard, bringing solar dryers to our farmers around here will work very well for us and will help us improve our profits, reduce our processing time, reduce our cost of cleaning the rice, and will be far much better with the solar dryers among our farmers around this place.
Innovative volunteers with climate action, food security, transforming our lives. Solar